Let's go for it!
I like the dark stuff. Give me the dark stuff. I like the dark stuff. Give me the dark stuff.
Hey there, everybody. It's me, your buddy Dave, the host here at the Dark Stuff channel. Thanks a lot for tuning in today or checking it, whatever. I mean, however you do it these days, I definitely appreciate it. So I just got back from a record show, and I've been really disappointed in the record shows the last couple of times I've gone. So I almost skipped it this time, but I didn't, and I got some great shit, and I'm really happy about it. So I'm super glad that I went this time, because, you know, last time it was in May, and I went in there, and it was like so overcrowded, and I just wasn't finding anything. The prices were so overinflated. I did find two things though, and I haven't shown these at all because I didn't really even talk about it because it was so lame. But I got the this is a promo copy, but it's Dale Bozzio, formerly of Missing Persons, her solo album for Prince's Paisley Park label. It's called Riot in English. Okay. And then also a 12-inch maxi single for the song Simon Says, which was the single off of it. I got them both from the same guy, and he gave me a deal on it. And, you know, so I didn't pay $15. I don't even remember what I paid. But regardless, man, she was just so beautiful back then. Anyways, she was the singer of Missing Persons. Those are the only things I got at the show last time. Fast forward to this time, though, I did much better. So first off, what you're hopefully not hearing too clearly is nudge, nudge, wink, wink, is this record from Fats Domino. Somehow the old artists think the copyright shit just gets found, so I'm trying to talk over it so nobody will hear it. But this is the Historia de la Música Rock series, which is a series from Spain, I believe. Madrid, yeah. And I'm listening to it right now. It is live recordings of Fats Domino doing some of his greats. I just love this series, and that just the way it looks, and there's all these other artists do that. It's excellent. Okay, from that same era, of course, I got a bunch of records from Elvis this time. I made a pact to myself that I saw an Elvis record I didn't have, and it was under $5, and it was in decent shape. I would pick it up automatically. Now, I got this one, Elvis Aloha from Hawaii via satellite. Now, this is the double album with a die-cut cover, and it's in quadraphonic sound. It's the quadra version. Now, I don't have a quad system because I'm not a dude from the 70s with a lot of spare money. So, I just have a regular system, but I did listen to the first record of it. It's so good. First of all, the die-cut cover is great, so you can kind of, you know, take Elvis out of there. And then you got the gatefold. Okay, which is just, you know, a map of the world, and in every language it just says "We love Elvis," which is probably true, even though Elvis only played in the United States his entire career. Trivia fact: apparently that was because his manager, Colonel Tom, was wanted in Europe for some type of fraud situation, and if he couldn't go to Europe, then Elvis couldn't go to Europe either, except when he was in the Army. Trivia. Okay, the other Elvis, second Elvis record I got was this one called Frankie and Johnny. Frankly, wasn't familiar with this one. This was 1975. Okay, it's a Pickwick edition. Again, I don't know this one yet, but I didn't have it, so it met my criteria. Now, this one, unfortunately, I already had. This is Elvis Sings Hits from His Movies Volume 1, and I thought I had Volume 2. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, score. Turns out, no, I already had Volume 1. So this is a duplicate. Probably going to give it to my friend that I went with because she was a big Elvis fan as well. I got a couple of records from Dave Edmunds. You know, he's part of that whole British pub rock scene with like Nick Lowe and Elvis Costello and all of these cool people. He was in Rockpile. Anyways, this is a 1978 record on Swan Song, which was Led Zeppelin's label, and it had the album is called Tracks on Wax 4, and it has the song Trouble Boys, which the Replacements used to cover, and it's also the title of a book about the Replacements called Trouble Boys. So, of course, no brainer, had to get that one. And then I got a second Dave Edmunds record. This is his 7th album. It's called DE 7th. Okay, it's he's no longer on Swan Song here. He's on Arista, and this one has Me and the Boys, which I'm not sure if that's his song or a cover of NRBQ. Don't know, but I haven't heard it yet. But I'm looking forward to this one. Now, unbeknownst to me, I picked up a third Edmonds-related record because I got this Stray Cats first record. This is the UK version, their debut album, and of course, they got big in the UK first, and then America, like a year or two later, they got really huge. But this is a UK one, the first one. It does have Rock This Town, it has Rumble in Brighton, it has Stray Cat Strut, all the songs that later on were on Built for Speed in the States. But produced by Dave Edmonds and Brian Setzer, but that's a cool thing, and I do really like the Stray Cats, and that now that I know they work together, it makes total sense. Sort of along those lines, I mean, not from the time period, but stylistically, sure, we're talking about the Pandoras. It's About Time. I've been looking for this one. This is not the Pandoras with Kim Shattuck and Melanie Vamin of the Muffs. That came along later, and I already have that stuff, but I've been told by a lot of people that even though it doesn't have Kim Shattuck, like, the best Pandora's record was this. So I'm excited to get this. This is on Vox Records from 1984. Pretty excited about that. Okay, and the last record I got is this one from the Cynics, Get Our Way. And I don't have any other Cynics records. I remember them being 90s garage rock, supposed to be cool. They're on the Get Hip label, which I always thought was a good label back in the 90s. So again, the Cynics, Get Our Way. And the final thing was I picked up this Betty Servert CD, Lamprey, which I used to have, don't anymore. I don't know how I lost it, but great record. I think this was their second album, and really, really good. Now, somehow it had a sticker on here. It says $2, and when I gave it to the guy, he goes, all right, $3. And I'm like, but rather than pick a fight, $3 was okay, so I was just like, all right, here's your $3, regardless. So anyways, that's my quick wrap-up of the Omaha Record Show. It was very, very good this time. Very, very impressed. Happy with what I got. Hope everybody is doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.